You're standing there, and this little halfling named Locke basically just says, "You help me. How can I help you?" And he sees that you're carrying the body of a friend, and he looks, just kind of like he's looking her over a little bit for about a half second. Then he's like, "So, not much I can really do about your friend, but I can do what I can since you have been so helpful to me and my fellow associates. Are you looking to get out of the city? Are you looking to get further into the city? What can I do for you?"
We actually need to get out of the city as fast as we can. We would really appreciate if you can help us with that.
I can probably help. Are you in any kind of trouble? I assume that you're carrying a body. Something bad has happened. Care to fill me in on the details so that I don't run into any trouble myself, or I know what kind of trouble to avoid, like city guard kind of trouble?
They already explained it to me. It's fine, they pass.
Yes. Thank you for coming, by the way. It's much appreciated. I know that the servants of Mask are very busy, and, well, I suppose we should clear up this whole matter. I know why you're here. Do you happen to have Leah's character sheet?
No.
Do you know what her saving throws were?
For...
Wisdom?
No, not a thing. I should have read it.
+3, probably.
I think it was supposed to. Yeah, +3. Yeah.
You guys can all make an intuition check.
Also me?
No,
What's that?
Johnny.
Yeah.
Also me? Or...
Yep.
Intuition.
Insight.
Insight, sorry.
Insight. 22.
16. 12.
21.
So, if you got higher than 17, Locke, as well as all of his associates in here, seem nervous. And if you're paying attention and you get higher than 17, you notice that they're kind of weirdly watching Leah's body. They're a little uncomfortable.
What does a necromancer want with you guys? What just happened since we saved your asses? I need to know.
Oh, well, they probably think that, we had something to do with a robbery that happened. But, look, wasn't us, alright? So he came down here looking for something, I'm assuming, tried to talk to him, but then he's sicked those monsters after us. Don't know how he found us.
What were they looking for?
Anna, he said something, I didn't quite catch it, so I'm not exactly sure. I mean, we're thieves, we collect items. It's natural to assume that cleric that got, attacked, they come after the Thieves Guilds. Which, as you know, they have to have an arrest warrant, which they clearly didn't. They have to come through you to be sanctioned to even approach us, which they didn't do, so he wasn't even here legally.
So how did you know that you didn't have what he was looking for?
If you didn't say...
Well, we don't rob churches. We're trying to we're in good standing with the servants of the Mask. Right, Alex? I mean, come on. We run everything through you guys. We don't do unsanctioned attacks on other religions. That's no way to do business.
I mean, you're not in bad standing with the Church of Mass.
No, well, that would put you in a bad standing. Robbing other churches doesn't matter what the religion is. You can't just do that without the official approval of the servants of Mask, of course.
Well, couldn't somebody rob a church and you rob them and unknowingly rob the church?
Well, it's possible. I mean, I suppose, but I organize this place. I make sure that I know everything that's happening. And he looks over to Slade. You didn't have anything to do with this, did you, Slade? And Slade's like, no, of course not. I only take jobs that you've given me, and I have your approval to do so. I would never do such a thing.
I hope you're telling us the truth.
Of course I'm telling the truth. Why would I lie?
I think we should do an insight check. I'm going to
Let's
do
do an insight check. 16.
I rolled a 9.
10.
22.
What did Van get?
18.
Van and Alex know that he's very affable, and you know that sometimes he acts like this way, like he on purpose acts suspicious to throw you off, to make you feel like he's joking around and just you know better. But he is hiding something. He's definitely hiding something.
It's too bad we have to kill the necromancer. I could use some information from someone like that.
Well, you did the right thing. That guy came in here looking to kill everybody. Working with a dead like that. Disgusting monsters.
Look, Locke, I know you guys just got sanctioned with the church. I wouldn't want that to change. I need you to be completely honest with me, and not just our kind of honest, actually honest.
You can also, you saw the body of that cleric that was down there, and you saw the symbol, which I already described.
Mm-hmm.
You can make a religion check. Because you are part of the religious hierarchy here, you will have an easier time of it.
Oh, 8.
Yeah, it's pretty recognizable. He is a cleric of Osiris. Osiris's one of his domains is death. So it makes sense what he was doing with that army, but what he was doing down here, you don't know. But it is true that they would have to seek some kind of council with Mask in order to. They generally would come on a neutral ground and have a discussion with
Me.
your church intervening. On neutral ground. That didn't. Well, he's saying that didn't happen, but he is hiding something from you very clearly. So, who is carrying Leah in? Who's currently holding her?
I was, yeah.
Make a perception check. You have advantage.
Okay, I'm glad I have advantage. Oh, that didn't help at all. Okay, so perception. Oh, I got 9.
Can you cast cantrips
13.
outside of battle?
Yeah.
What'd
you get? So as you're all standing there and watching this guy, and he keeps your attention. He's like a magician who's constantly, drawing your attention from one thing to another. And you look just like you put him away for a second and still holding her body. And you swear you felt her move.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna put her down.
Okay.
What's wrong?
I don't know. I feel weird.
So she just drops Leah right on the ground.
Junior, why'd you just throw her?
I felt something. I don't know. I can't trust my own senses lately, though.
No.
Are you okay?
You never know with me.
What do you mean you felt something?
It felt like she twitched.
What?
Yeah.
Can I go over and examine the body?
Yep.
Knowledge medicine?
Sure. So you go over and you kneel down next to...
That's a nat 20.
Ooh.
26.
So you lean down and you just touch, just feel her temperature and do all the just really, really quick checks. And she's dead. There's absolutely no question about it. She's dead. You can make a perception check as you kneel down next to her while the two of you continue to talk to Petunia.
I know Gon is gone, so maybe Shar's coming back to me. Maybe I'm hallucinating again.
Are you channeling her?
Oh, that would be great. I need to speak with her or Millar. That's all I want to do right now.
But can Shar bring someone back to life?
No, she can mess with my head though.
Hold on, did you say Shar?
Yeah.
What do you guys know about Shar?
I would like to find a follower of hers or a close follower of Malar.
And what's that going to do? That's not going to do anything here.
Well, sure, do something for me.
Why do you have an interest?
I just have an interest in religion. Fascinating subject. Doesn't matter.
Oh, maybe you can help us.
Depends what you guys want to know.
So you know, Alex knows that. Actually, you can make a knowledge religion check.
20.
Yeah.
22.
So, yeah, you know that Shar is one of the dead gods. There's a few of them. People haven't talked about her in a long time. There are associations of Shar with Mask. And when Shar disappeared, a lot of the portfolio that was once carried by her, and after her followers were driven to extinction and she just kind of faded away, Mask assumed that portfolio of darkness. There has been weird talking amongst the church and your elders. There's worry that there's been a shift, but they haven't been able to explain it. That certain powers aren't working like they used to. That they're weaker in some ways than they were before. You've heard that whispered. They haven't told any of the acolytes, which you are part of. You're like a younger acolyte in the church, and but you've overheard, as you do.
As you do. When you work in that church.
When you work in that church.
Sneaky people.
Yeah. So she just brought up that god.
Yeah, I just think it's interesting that you say that. I haven't heard anyone talk about Mask of Shar. It's just been in books.
Yeah. Things come around again. Old trends are new. New trends are old. Anyway, I want to find out somebody that knows more about her. So if you can help point me in the right direction.
I might be able to. I just still fail to see how that's going to help us in this situation. Your friend is dead, and we have weird necromancers running around in a sewer.
Yeah, well, it might help me. It might help me get some vengeance for my friend.
If it's vengeance you want, that's fine. Just don't try to bring her back.
Oh, I know that doesn't happen. I'm not that naive.
Well, people have tried. It doesn't go well. You saw it there. Zombies everywhere.
Yeah, I don't mess with that. I know the way. I know the cycle of life.
Good.
So you mean if Shar were to come back, it would be like what we just saw in the sewer?
Well, I don't really know if there's any association with the necromancers, but if Shar was a dark god and a god of darkness, they certainly seem to reside in those places.
Van and Shriela can make perception checks. Actually, just Van, because she hasn't said anything.
11.
As they're having this conversation that's right over the body, and you're kind of staring at your friend who's fallen, and the conversation's melting away. You're just kind of in this moment where you're seeing a conversation over a friend, and it kind of hits you, and you get lost. You get lost in the thought of where she's gone and like what happened and everything that happened with your mother. It's starting to really sink in, and you don't even hear their conversation anymore, but you swear you see her move as well. You see just a finger twitch.
Guys, I think she just moved. I don't think it's a good thing that we have her here with all this going on. I don't know. I don't trust this area. Something's happening here. Is that what you saw?
I just felt something.
Okay.
Maybe Shar's trying to reach out to you.
I don't think that's what's going on. What's going on here?
I don't know. Walk. What's going on?
You can make a perception check, Alex. Actually, all of you can now.
5 again.
7.
11.
22.
If you get higher than 15, you notice that her shoulder twitches.
Okay, now I just saw her shoulder twitch.
Locke kind of looks at you. He's like, "Get her out of here now!
What is
Get that body out of
What
here!
is happening?
Just get the body out!"
Do what he says.
We can't leave our friend.
Your friend is gone. Move on. This is dangerous shit we're dealing with here.
But we can't leave her here. Something's gonna happen to her.
What is gonna happen to her?
And just as you say that, her eyes flare wide open, and she takes a breath, but her chest doesn't rise.
Yeah?
And she sits straight up. And she breathes in super deep, but her chest doesn't rise. And you can see that her eyes are milky white.
That's not Leah.
Oh, no.
That's not Leah.
And Locke staggers back, and he looks back to one of the younger people in the corner who's there. Everyone is like gone wide-eyed. They are like freaked out. And he looks back. He just you can make perception checks. He mutters something under his breath.
Oh, dang it. 5.
17.
23.
25.
Okay, so everyone but Van. How did you not know that it did this? And at that point, you hear him. You turn like to the guy that he's talking to, but you hear something groan, kind of crackled out of Leah's throat. Oh, have to die. And she lunges forward.
Oh, great. Let's find our friend now.
She attacks Petunia.
God damn it!
Oh, because you were the closest.
No, because you...
Can I cast Hold Person?
Happens very quickly.
Yeah, and she's dead.
What did she say?
On person?
Last
Yes, on
left to
person.
die. You get hit. I just need a second.
I think we all do. It's alright.
What's your armor class?
It is
With,
18.
Without your dexterity bonus.
How did I get lipstick on my page already? Oh, I do. Okay.
15.
Okay. Leah looks at you dead in the eyes, and it's almost like every memory of her just floods through you, and it's her, but there's not a shred of her soul left in there. It's just this husk of who she used to be. And the very thought of what has happened to her just rips your heart in half. Make a wisdom saving throw.
That's 12.
Okay. It absolutely mortifies you, and you just feel broken. And you are paralyzed and can do nothing right now. And she reaches forward and she hits you. Take 10 points of damage. She just punches with this immense strength that she never had in life. As something animates her, this dark energy, and she hits you, and you can hear your bones cracking through your armor. It just dents a huge, impacts it, and you hear your bones in your shoulder crack, and hits you so hard. And she's pulling herself up to her feet. And you can make a perception check.
16.
As she gets closer and looking in your eye, you can just see complete sadness there. There is something that she does not want to be doing this, but she is. And that all of a sudden, in a second, fades and turns to utter rage. And she just starts to howl. What do?
You mean Petunia or can we all?
You, the rest of you. Petunia's frozen. She just stands there. Her eyes are wide and she cannot move.
Can I cast Hold Person now?
Sure.
I'm trying to control her. So,
What does it say about working on undead?
Just as a humanoid.
Just as human.
Okay.
yeah. So target must succeed on a Wisdom saving throw. If not, you're paralyzed for 1 minute.
You sing this song, a control song that is powerful and the music wraps around Leah, and she just turns to you with these vengeful eyes, and you can see this really inhuman grin crawl across her face, so impossibly wide that it splits her cheeks open at the side, and she just tilts her head and nothing happens. The magic doesn't touch her whatsoever. What does Shriela do? What does Alex do?
Because I don't want her to keep attacking Petunia, I take my shield and I just run at her to try to pin her against the wall.
Okay, so you can go ahead and make a attack roll, and then it's going to be an opposed strength.
Why am I doing strength stuff?
Oh, no.
1. I rolled a 1.
So you totally miss.
Yeah.
You run forward and stumble over yourself as you try to push her with the shield, and you actually fall. Like, you just get caught up in your own shield, and you stumble forward a little bit, completely exposing yourself, and she attacks you. What's your armor class?
14.
You take 13 points of damage as she shatters you with a powerful punch. She just basically shoves your shield down and punches you square in the chest, staggering you back 5 feet. What does Alex do?
Walk, listen to me. You call yourself a leader. You just started this group up of little kids. I mean, whatever. And you honestly think that you're gonna be able to bring bring a magical item into this place, not even care about what it might do to your people? What does it do?
I don't know. I honestly don't know. We hit a cleric of Osiris. I don't know what he was carrying.
Where is it?
And he points back to one of the crates that one of the people is sitting on, that they tried to kind of cover up with a blanket.
You.
Okay, so he hops off while you run over there. Meanwhile, this monster that was your friend, Leah, stands to her full height, and she looks directly at Locke and pulls up a full head of steam and tries to attack him. And he's turned his back to Monster because he's basically having a conversation with you.
We're gonna be in trouble.
Oh my god.
Oh,
23. And as you turn to that guy that's sitting on the bench in the corner, you just feel a blood splatter across your face, and you look over and you see that this friend of theirs has punched straight through the back of his head and exploded his skull and ripped his brain out, and looks down and slowly starts to lose whatever energy was within her and mutters something in Mulhorundi, which you two would speak. So you guys can make perception checks.
21.
5.
You got 21. Basically in Moharandi says the thief has been punished. My job is complete, and collapses.
Fuck. I'm so sorry.
So everyone is like looking at this fucking dead, like this halfling who just got his head punched open.
I'm sorry you guys had to see that. I had to go through more today than what you've clearly already gone through. And I'm sorry your friend was used like that, but I think she was just used as a means to kill off Locke. Like some sort of zombie assassin or something.
If he was responsible for this, it was a travesty to nature, and it was a dishonor to my friend's name. He deserved to die the way he did.
Yeah, that guy was a dick. That wasn't your friend. Just know that. She didn't do that to you.
I agree with you. He deserved this.
Where is this item?
So the person sitting on the benches or on the boxes has got up and pulled the blanket back and opened it up, and just is pointing and puts their hands in the air. You gonna go over there?
Go examine it.
Okay, so you go over and you look inside this crate, and it's it's about the size of a golf ball. It's just a black orb that is so black no light even reflects off of it.
Do you know what it is?
Oh, okay. Well,
You can do a religion or arcana check, you choose.
oh, that's 6. Religion?
No clue.
No, I'm not sure. But it might have been the stolen item I was sent down here to figure out.
So one of the people nearby that's standing there is like, look, we didn't know, all right? Locke started getting greedy, and we didn't want him to do it. He just thought it would really help, and we could sell it, and it would get out of this place, you know? Fuck. I don't even know what it is. I know who it was taken from. We can return it to him.
It's a good idea. Who did you take this from?
He's a cleric that lives in the Merchants District. His name's Ravati. We've been scoping him out for a while. He always took these like late night trips, and usually went through the graveyard and did some weird shit. Those clerics of Osiris, creepy fuckers. So we just pilched it from him when he was distracted. I always carried that thing around with him. Always used it for some kind of ceremony in the graveyard. I don't know. Thought it looked interesting. I don't know. He would just speak some words. Didn't really understand them.
Necromancy. We had a bunch of little weird ones up in Lyre Bar. Came through. We drove them out.
I mean, as far as I know, we haven't had any issues with any sort of necromancy prior to this.
Alex, I mean, come on. You know that the rest of us, we're okay. We tried to stop Locke, but...
No, you're fine. Like I said, he was a dick. Look, what you guys need to do is rebuild. You're good kids. You guys are sanctioned, but you need a leader. Slade.
Slade kind of looks at you.
You've pretty much been raised into this life. Do you think you could help these guys start up again?
You serious?
It's up to you, and it's up to them, but you can work together. You don't necessarily have to be a leader, but just... You can work together, form your own allegiances, and you wouldn't have to worry about any trouble from the church as long as you don't fuck around the way that Locke did.
I think this is a very good opportunity, brother.
Really?
Yeah, you can totally do it.
You don't have a problem with it?
Well, I trust that you can give them better guidance than what they were doing.
Like, I'm not going to mess with the churches, all right? That's craziness. That's not... just the typical stuff that we do. Mostly music. Lots of concerts. Lots of pickpocketing at those concerts, but still.
I think that's a
No.
good idea. You charge for tickets and then you pickpocket from the rich losers who buy. I mean,
no. I wish I'm not hearing any of this. I'm like,
anyway, I think you guys will do great.
All right, I mean, I'll try. And he looks around. Are you guys, like, I just want to join. I don't necessarily want to lead, but maybe I can help out, make things a little bit better around here. Maybe we can move out of this shit sewer. And they're all they kind of nod. They're all young, just like Slade. Slade's like, 20, 21. He's like, all right, well, let's, maybe first things first, let's get this object back to who it belongs to, shall we?
Well, I think that maybe we should put our friend to rest like I wanted to in the beginning, so this kind of thing couldn't happen. So we should have a hero's burial like we do with the barbarian tribes. We should put her on. We should burn her at a funeral pyre. That's how they go to the other side. So.
All right. Well, Slade just nods. He's like, "That makes yes, of course. I know how to get to the northern reaches of this city. We can get away from the outskirts and find a quiet place right along the beach if you want. I can get us there by cover of night."
Okay.
yes,
Okay.
we want that.
Yeah, we need to.
She deserves it.
Yeah.
Yes.
We did say our final words and make sure nothing like this can happen again to her, to her honor, and she can reach the barbarian. I don't know if I believe in it, but the big barbarian temple is. I don't know if they talk about it. She can just get all the food she wants on the other side.
Okay, I will lead you. And so he does. It takes you about an hour, and eventually you emerge in this, like, almost like a door outside of like a rocky cliff face. It's not even like an actual door. It's just like a hidden like chunk of trees that they move aside, and it comes out. You can see the glistening city in the distance, like the lights far on the towers, and you come out to this really, really quiet beach. It's a little alcove with a raised up kind of plateau, and it's all sandy, and you can just hear it's completely quiet, just the water lapping up against the beach. And the four of you, since you're a cleric and you can give funeral rites, and you know her, all four of you plus Slade walk out onto this quiet beach. And who is carrying her the whole way?
I guess I will.
Okay.
That's fine.
All right, I'm going to pass it over to you.
So maybe we can put her on the pyre, and then maybe we can use her bow to shoot the arrow, the flame.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We can use my flame.
Oh, okay. Sounds good.
So I start laying her closest items beside her, such as her explorer's pack and ropey in her hand that she always used. Different set, because she has two bows, and she has her arrows, and so we lay them on the other side of her. And I also put sage from my herbalist pack around, so that when we burn her, that her spirit can be fully cleansed and free.
I don't have much, but I put my snow weasel out down.
Just like that.
I put my pipe to my friend and companion in so many adventures. I will honor you and respect what has happened. No more lies.
I speak druidic, and I do druidic prayers for her to have a safe passage. And then I switch over to Elven. Leah, I know we didn't get a chance to know each other, but I've always respected you immensely, and I look to you a lot for advice, and I feel a little lost without you now, but I know even though your soul is gone, your spirit will still be in nature, and that's where we'll find you. Please look out for us.
I don't have very many words. You always sort of filled them in for me because you knew what I was trying to say. I mean, you probably know what I'm trying to say now. So, you deserve the most heroes farewell, and I'll never forget you. I still don't know why you hung out with me all those years. You're the only person that did. I hope to find out why one day. Why you always stay by me when no one else would. And I will make sure that the monster that did this to you will have to deal with me. She will. You don't have to worry about me anymore, because this time I'm going to take care of you.
I didn't know you, but I do know you're a ranger, passing through the woods with light footfalls, hardly making a step. You're friends with my band, so clearly you're a little bit of trouble at least. May you pass within the shadows.
So the pyre lights, and you watch it burn, and Leah is put to rest, and you know that she is gone. And you watch the fire go until the early hours of the morning, till it comes up, and stand there in silence and say your goodbyes to her. And the sun comes up over the horizon, and the pyre is burned away, leaving just the four of you. Slade goes and just gives you a hug, Van. I'm really sorry about your friend. And I'm sorry that you have to carry this burden for our father and for our mother. We come from a really fucked up place. But you're the strong one, and you're going to be the one to fix it, I know it. And Triella, I know that she's rough around the edges, but she always means the best, I promise. She does. She used to drive me nuts too. Don't worry about it. You guys will figure it out. You need to go. All of you. I know you can find it, sis. You'll figure it out. I believe in you. And if you can get our mom for what she did, fucking rights.
I'll get her, even if I have to. Even if I have to appease the gods too, I'll get her.
We will get that bitch, bro. I got this. I promise.
For both Leah and your father.